Welcome back. We're joined now by author Kimberly Fish to tell us about her new book. So thank you so much for stopping by here today, first of all.
Thank you, Cynthia. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah, so tell me about your book, Comfort Songs. What's it about?
Well, this is a fun novel. It's a great story about forgiveness, which is such an important lesson that we need to remember these days, and family, and bringing families back. The main character is a woman, just like you, of your age, that would have been interested in creating a lavender farm in Central Texas. And she brings back her Grammy Award-winning parents and a grandmother with dementia, and things get very complicated quickly. And the story is really about the beautiful things that come out of tangled roots. And so this is a fun story. It's contemporary fiction, and I'm really happy to share it with readers because this is the season to curl up with a good book. And I feel like this will be a fun one to read.
Absolutely. Nothing like a good book before bed or even to start your day. So Central Texas, kind of why'd you pick that location?
I lived in the San Antonio area for several years and would love to explore the Texas Hill Country, and of all the towns in that community, the town of Comfort, Texas really spoke to me. It has a strong German heritage, and it had kind of stayed off the radar of development like some of the more familiar places like Fredericksburg or Kerrville, and I found that their history was really prime for telling stories. And so this is the second novel that I've set in the Comfort area. It's invented. The Lavender Hill of this book doesn't exist, but it's modeled on a very familiar garden store to East Texans, and that's the Blue Moon Garden Center in Edom, Texas.
Awesome. So would you say that's kind of what inspired you to write this? Was there any other inspiration for you?
Well, I love those lavender farms that are traditional to Blanco and Johnson City in Central Texas. But after spending hours wandering around Blue Moon here in Edom, I discovered that I loved the sense of contentment that home that had been restored into a garden center, and the outdoor rooms and the greenhouses and how they specialized in native plants really sort of spoke to a fantasy that I have of being a good gardener, and it's pure fantasy. But that was really what led me to decide to write the story combining the lavender farms of Central Texas with this really iconic garden store here in East Texas, putting them together in a novel that everybody could enjoy. And so it was a real pleasure for me to be able to knit that well, and I'll be going out to Blue Moon and visiting with Sharon and Mary out there just to show them how their garden store became a process for fiction.
Yeah, so who's the ideal reader? What age? Or?
Well, I really kind of cross circles because my other novels that I've written are historical fiction set in Longview, and that attracted a variety of readers to my books. But I typically find that the first ones to ask for a signed copy are women our age that enjoy curling up with a good book. And of course, these are available as ebooks as well.
Love it, love it. And before you go, I understand you work with the Longview Arboretum. Tell me about that.
Well, so I stay connected to how gardens grow and how you overcome huge obstacles by being a board member with the Longview Arboretum and Nature Center. And we're so excited that we're about to open the doors of that fantastic park to East Texas on Saturday, November 2nd. And I'd love to invite you to join me and others for the officially blooming day at the Longview Arboretum. And the story of bringing a garden to life, as the characters do in this book, really mirrors what we've been able to accomplish there in Longview.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. And Kimberly, thank you so much for stopping by. It's been a pleasure.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
All right. Coming up.